Griffin ran 8 miles. He was a football fan, so he wondered how many times he had run the equivalent of the full length of a football field, 100 yards. How many times did Griffin run the length of a football field when he ran 8 miles? So, pretty straightforward conversion problem, right? I've got 8 miles, and I'm trying to think of some giant ones that I know. One of the things that I know is that I've got this number memorized, 5280. It's just easy for me to say. But I do know that 5,280 feet is equivalent to 1 mile. And I think I'm going to start by using that fact. So I'm going to say I'm going to multiply this by 5280 feet in 1 mile. The other thing that I know, so now if you look at it, right, if I do the analysis here, these miles are going to cancel. Let me grab a different color. These mile units are going to be gone, and the number that's here, it's multiplication I've got to do, but the units are feet. So what I see here is equal to feet. I need it to equal yards. So the other giant one I'm going to use is I know that 3 feet is the same as 1 yard. Now I can't use that because I want my feet to go away. And I don't mean the little things that I walk with. I mean the units feet to go away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the reciprocal of this. I'm going to write 1 yard is the same thing as 3 feet. So if I multiply by that giant 1 yard is equivalent to 3 feet. Now I think these feet, the units feet will go away, right? So feet are going to go away with feet. And the only thing that I'm left with is units is the yards. So my answer is going to be 8 times 5280. And you can see I've got a 3 in my denominator, and those are yards. So now let me grab my calculator, my physical calculator. I'm going to go 8 times 5280. And I'm going to take that number and divide by 3. I get 14,080 yards. Okay, this is not my answer still, though, is it? I'm running out of room here. But I'm getting closer to my answer. So what I've got here is, let me write that down. This is 14,080 yards. But the question didn't ask how many yards, it asked how many football fields. So there's one more giant one that I need, and that's this. 1 football field, I'll just call that FF. 1 football field is 100 yards. So now I'm ready to get my final answer, right? I just need to take the 1480, and I'm just going to divide it by 100. And you've guessed it, when I do that, I get 140, and then there is a 0.8 there, football fields. So running 8 miles is equivalent to running back and forth on the football field 140.8 times.